Hopefully we don't have that. Like I tell people, I like my dog. I have my shots and I have my papers. Okay. I will warn you now, you are definitely going to need a shower when you get home. You are going to be sopping wet and dirty and everything else. A good ghost night. Yeah, make it worth it. It's like eating barbecue. It's no good if it's not on you from head to toe. So, anyway, this is the area of the hotel's most famous ghost, the Jasmine Lady. Now, according to the story, it was around the late 20s, early 30s. There was a lady that was traveling with her husband. Her husband was a salesman. And they came here to do some business for a couple of days in Alton. Well, they had an apartment right at the top of the stairs. Now, while the husband is out all day long selling and interacting with people, his wife's here all by herself. No TV, no radio. So after about 4 or 5 days, the husband said, business was so good, we're going to stick around another 5 days. Oh, wonderful. Well, while he was gone, let's say she found someone to help her while away the lonely hours up there at the top of the stairs. Well, this husband, he comes home earlier than expected one time, or comes back to here earlier than expected. He catches his wife and her friend doing things they shouldn't. So there's yelling and screaming. The friend makes it out. What happens next is a little misty. There's different versions. Some people say that when the Jasmine Lady hit the top of the stairs, some say she was pushed, some say she tripped. Either way, she was airborne until about halfway down when she hit the steps. And these are the original marble. That's not going to get her. So when she got right down here, she was dead. Now the next part of the story has 3 different versions. So pick the one you like. Some people said her husband was so distraught he went up and shot himself. Some said he was so distraught he went up and hung himself. My favorite is he stepped over the body, went to the front desk, said, call the police, my wife's had an accident. Sure enough, she had an accident, she was dead, he was free to go. It just, but since that time, this lady supposedly haunts this area, especially this area. She's been experienced throughout the entire hotel, but this was the main area for her. They call her the Jasmine Lady, because evidently she used this perfume. And when you experience her, sometimes the smell can be so overwhelming, it almost knock you out. It's crazy. And, but it's here, most of the time that is experienced. What's really weird is we can have a group like this, and I'll be talking about the Jasmine Lady. You two look at each other, and I was like, do you smell that? You smell? And nobody else does. Or 5 of you can be there, and it can be so strong, and you think everybody's going to drop down. And because I've had experiences without, talk about different places. It can be different levels. But when you're by yourself and you get a whiff of that, kind of get your feet moving a lot faster than what you planned on. Thing is, this is a great story, the most famous story here. There's no truth to it. There's no Jasmine Lady. We did the research. In the mid-30s, I think it was, there was a doctor that came here with his mother, and his mother tripped on the stairs and broke her ankle. And when they called whoever to come take care of her, the police showed up. And it turned out that the son, the doctor, was wanted in another state for something or other. It was really bad because they took him right off. So, but that's the only thing we can find. But there is a Jasmine Lady here. And we'll talk about her later, because what's very exciting is, it was a little less than a year ago, we found the real Jasmine Lady. That gets us all excited. So it's really happening. It's just not who you thought is causing this particular thing. We're going to go down to the ballroom, and then we'll go down there for a minute or two, then we'll come up, and then we're going to go all the way down to where 5 levels, to where they used to bottle the water. You can stand right where Zach Bagan stood. I'll put you right in the right spot so you can get a picture taken. You're going in the right way.
I'm just trying to get out of the way.
Don't panic, but last week week I did lock 2 ladies in here. If they hadn't banged and yelled as loud as they could, I wouldn't have heard them up in the front.
I waited until the morning.
I would have waited. Holy cow, it's huge, Mike. I know, I should have got mine out instead of my phone.
During investigations, not many people would come down here. And it's not because it was so super scary and oh my God, we're all gonna die down here. It was nothing happened. Nothing was going on down here. And my outfit started to change. When I did one of these investigations, nobody's down here. I thought, what the hell? I'm gonna come down here myself and just see if we can get something to go help them. And I'm down here for about 30 minutes. I got the bells, I got everything going on. Not a thing's going on. I said, okay, well, if nobody's gonna play with me, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna take my toys and leave. So I packed all my stuff. I had my 2 containers. I turned around, I started to walk out. 30 minutes later, 2 friends of mine came down the staircase and they saw me standing right here without moving, those cases, one in each hand. I wasn't even blinking. I was just completely frozen until they came and pushed me. I was like that lost time thing. That's weird because then you feel powerless, over yourself if they could do something like that. Now, since then, other things, it's gotten more and more active. This little hallway here, if the door all the way in the back, it's locked, you can't go through, but that would take you around the back of the swimming pool, just kind of give you a reference where you're at. But there are 2 bathrooms there. If you go to either one of those bathrooms, I do not recommend going by yourself. Because we don't know if it's a man or a woman. And the funny thing is, when I was telling this story a couple of weeks ago, 2 ladies didn't come down here. They were at the bathroom that you gals were in when you first came in, and it happened up there to them while we were down here. All of a sudden, you're in your stall, bam, bam, bam on the door, and you turn and you look, and there's nobody under there that you can find. There's been ladies come hopping out, pulling their pants up, guys that don't even care, and they're looking, and something will scare you here tonight. But anyway, we don't know who it is, but it's very forceful. Again, male, female, don't know for sure. Kind of leaning towards male presence. We did last February, we did our Dead of Winter event here, and I was one of the last people down in this room, down in this vendors area, and a friend of mine came through and was yelling at me back there, why are you still here? Why? It's late. Everybody, come on, we want to go. And then she walks in the room and I'm gone. I wasn't even in the building. I don't know. She saw me, but I wasn't in the building. We have that happen a lot on these tours. They're getting to see me and Steve quite a bit, which I don't like that either. That's it. But I do recommend coming down here. Coming down, and again, if you go potty, no one cares. Guys, it's nothing to be ashamed of. To hold each other's hand if you're
I got that hand.
My family thought.
Yeah, well, I got mine, but it's in one of the backpacks. I don't feel like trying to shuffle through the backpacks.
One thing on TV that's real, if we get scared, we swear like pirates. And I used to work construction, so I know the words. So if at any point tonight you hear me dropping the F-bomb, look which way I'm running and run with me. Because I don't care about you anymore.
Honey, I'll be
Like,
right
you
behind
know, I've had 5 back surgeries, both knees replaced, feet worked on. If you see me running, it's
Shauna, I
really
got that
scary.
selfie stick. If you want to use
I'm
it.
sorry, say that again.
I got that selfie stick, and if you want to use it,
No,
it's
I
right
need
there.
to use an air conditioner. It's freaking hot.
I know.
I'm gonna stay back for a minute, let everybody go.
Me too, because it takes me a while to get up the stairs to this house.
Yeah, because I'm already buttoned up.
I'm gonna pause this.
While you're walking. Okay, so heading down to the basement. Shoo, the smell.
I should take about 5 people in here with me. Everybody else down
Okay.
5 people at a time.
I have no idea, but it's too hot to be having everybody stand in this hallway. Whew.
Why does that damn thing keep changing?
All right, go sit on the steps.
You got Jay, mother? Hold on to her. She can get lost. She's short.
Everybody hears the stories about the wonderful, now, you'll all get a chance to see everything. Everybody hears the stories about the swimming pool here. Well, they don't realize there was actually 2 swimming pools here. We are now 1 level under 3 levels under the street, 2 levels, or 1 level under the big swimming pool. It's above us. This was a smaller pool. This was a men's only pool, because the men would swim naked. So you liked that really murky water back then. I don't know, around 10:15, I've never done this. I want to come down here. I don't know who might want to join me. And I'm going to try and do a spirit box session down here using the Estes method. I'm going to do at around 10:15, I want to come down and do that down here. I've never done it here before. Also, I was told, when you look at that rickety plank, I was told you're allowed to do that, but if you fall and break your neck, it's your own nickel. Again, guys, you don't have to look at it now, you can look at it when we come back up, take a bigger look. Also, when we get back, when we're done, and I get you moving your stuff, I need you to sign the waiver. So please don't get hurt before then. Because I'll take your dead hand and I'll put the pen in it. Troy Taylor better hopes I never get a hold of his checkbook, because I have seen his signature. Guys, the railing's going to get worse and worse, so if there's no railing, lean against the wall.
No, really?
Excuse me.
Who's going?
That's what I'm gonna do.
Big light.
Oh,
There you go.
do you want a flashlight, Mom? In this pocket right here. Oh, wait.
It's on already.
No.
Something's on.
What's it look like?
It's in the zipper.
Yeah, the flashlight came on. I said the flashlight came on. You can use it. It's just a flashlight. It's a little one too.
Want to run it down?
Yeah. No. Well, yeah. But
Just shut it up. I don't know how to. Oh, there you go. Oh, we do know America's swim.
that's. Remember they said that there was 2 pools. One was strictly for men. We were trying to figure out why one was strictly for men.
We're gonna miss this.
Yeah, we need to. Okay, this is where they pack the ice. Okay. Whew.
Yeah.
It's wet.
how stupid that is. How are you gonna get them down here? Why are you gonna take them down here and then take
Mike.
them back up? Because they said, well, you got all these meat racks. These aren't meat racks. They have the conveyor system with the rollers, because this is where they bottle the water. Right here is right where they brought it up out of the ground. It would take a few dollars, but not that much of an effort to tap into that again. Right here is where they would pull it right out of the ground. We believe Alton is just the perfect storm for a haunting because of these natural, this water flowing underneath the rivers, the limestone.
Yeah,
that
look at the
sits
things.
on.
Be careful getting underneath that.
The dark history of Alton is just the perfect storm. If you want to, I highly recommend trying to do some EVP work down here. But for God's sake, everyone do that. Because I guarantee you're going to take it. You know what's going on. You can stand right down here and get your picture taken, so you can look just like that, baby. When he was telling more lies about this place. I'm so happy I wasn't one of them. 2 weeks ago when I was here, they had a chair or something sitting here with one person in here.
I don't know how to get my light on mine.
Hold on, let me find Michael, and I'll get you a flashlight. Follow me, you'll get a light.
Okay, so coming down the back steps, you know you're coming here. You saw where the swimming pool is. Now we're going to go back up to the main level. We're going to walk back towards the front of the hotel, and then once we catch our breath, which means me, then I'm going to take you down and show you the big pool.
You can definitely see Michael over there. He's the one with the big, huge light that everybody's loving right now. Let's walk over here. Let's walk over here. Did you?
I am by myself. And I can't see him except in the water.
I'm right here. Can you see me? Hey. Hey, Mom. Come here.
Oh my gosh, I'm in that. I bet you we got a lot of people waiting to check this out. I bet
Yeah,
they're
I
waiting
know.
for our lives.
Yeah.
You know it?
Yeah. Oh, this is just a hallway. Oh.
I definitely don't like being in the dark. Oh, there you go.
I know.
He just left us hiding, right?
Go back that way.
Oh, there he is.
Where?
He's over there.
Yeah, he's getting.
Okay. He's getting hideous.
Yeah.
Yes, guys, it smells like sulfur down here.
This is the basement, guys. Oh, spiders. Sorry.
That's okay. You'll be able to come back down.
Okay. I'm just looking.
It's like, oh no, where'd she go? God, I lost you. Yeah, I'll save my batteries and stuff in my camera for when we do.
We're at the pool.
I'm just saying, you know, set the steps, because we're going to go to the next level up and then we'll be done. To me, this is the heart that popped up over the years. One's about the man who, again, his wife was cheating on him. She was down here at one of the parties. He came down, caught her, they were yelling and screaming. She hit him in the head with her high heel. He fell on the floor.
Focused in and out.
God's honest truth,
right in
and there's
there.
not one that truth to it. There is no name that's
That was
These are just stories of, what is dreaming? I'm just dreaming. There it is. Is it warm? It's off, but it's working. I'm sorry, I can't hear that. Hey, I haven't heard of, I have a white up the stimulator in my spine. I turned it off for an investigation. Said something uncomplimentary about vanity. It came on so high, it dropped me to my knees. Anyway, this pool here, there are stories that are real, things that have really happened, and I think it led to the hauntings down here. One of them, the biggest one, is anybody from Granite City? There's a gentleman, 19, 20 or 22, close enough. He was only about 21 years old, ran over the Clarence Blair in Granite City. He came down here, he was practicing for a cannonball contest that he was going to be a part of. For whatever reason, he jumped in off of his head, hit his head, and ended up drowning. They found him. Now, some people said, we were listening for him, that we thought he was in the water for 24 hours before they found him, because you can't see anything in here. But it was only like an hour or so. He was here, and then people showed up for a swimming class, and they bumped into something, and imagine pulling that out of the water. Yeah, that was really fun. But Clarence, since that time, he's a young man. He got taken out early in life. He loves to interact with people. Loves to interact with people. This last summer, early in the summer, I should say in the spring, one of our friends, Caleb, was doing one of these tours, and it turned out it was a relative of Clarence Blair's, so just a relative. And she heard through the grapevine that he used to love to whistle. And we started whistling and making communications with Clarence. We actually heard him for the naked ears. We have his book recorded. Steve, who you'll see later tonight, is sitting here interacting. Steve has given some great photos of the corner of the shadow portion standing there with all my equipment, with the bells and whistles going off and everything. It was just really, really cool. There's a story about a little girl sitting down here. Every pool's got a little girl, something happened. Well, we don't have a little girl story. We have a little girl, but we don't have a little girl story. There's a little girl that's seen here. I thought it was all BS until Luke is doing a walking tour in the crossroads down here. Now, again, we don't know who she is. But say there was a little girl, since she was here, this would have been a magical place for her, for the pool and all the people and all the activity. If she went home and said she's happy, she may not go to a happy place, waiting for her parents or whatever. And so we don't know if that's, it's just a theory. We have no idea who the little girl is, even in a little white dress. They started calling her Lucy, but they call her the little girl. But she isn't seen, she's sitting up on the second floor where we're about to go. She's sitting down here. I believe his name was William. I'll probably get it wrong, but you girls go back there. Back in this area, on the other side of this wall, is where William, he was a custodian, as far as I know. That is still his area. That's his domain back there. The guys can go back there and chit-chat with him and not have any issues. He doesn't care for the ladies so much. Do not go by yourself. If you do go to get back into there, and I was always saying, scream if you need something. You go through here, be careful of no parkings. You'll make a left, and you'll wind your way around through the rooms and back into this section. Because of Lucy, you'll see toys, there's toys down here, because of the little girl, that's why people bought toys. Guys, if you see anything, if you start to leave the building and you notice there's something from down here, I know this is an exaggeration, but a pearl or something, they throw stuff in your shoe, bring it back there. Don't take anything from here. I don't want to disturb the mojo. Everything was good here until back in February, when there was a major fight between two of the entities. You could feel it in the air, and it got really, really nasty. They were trying to do the justice method down here, you know, blindfolded and all that. What's really funny is, I'm out there and I'm coming down to check on everybody. There's 3 gals in the middle here screaming, Len. I'll every time, Len. I'm kind of excited, all those gals yelling my name. Till I walked in here and I go, here I am, what do you want? And one of them goes, get out. There's a little kid, covers there. So the girl goes, get out, and then another one goes, you effort. I go, well, F you too. I turned around and I walked in. Never know. Again, the caretaker, he's a little cranky, but he hasn't talked to me so far. Again, come down, try to talk to him. I really recommend whoever might be down here. Again, everybody knows what they're supposed to go for. Sometimes you don't go for well order. They call this the little girl's room, and I don't know why. Maybe because she's been seen here more than anywhere else. That's the letters you're standing on, people trying to communicate. They bring toys, things like that, try and communicate with the little girl up in this room. Again, she's the one entity I have not seen yet. And yes, I am saying that awful loud. And maybe we'll take care of that tonight. You can go out the door to the left to come around to this room, or follow me through the closet. Don't trip on this.
Michael. Yeah, sorry. It just stopped right in front of me.
You gave me a boost.
I did. This is Pearl's room.
This is what?
Pearl's room.
This is Pearl's room.
Mm-hmm.
People talked about the Jasmine lady being the most famous entity here. I disagree with that. My opinion, the most famous entity is Pearl. Pearl, we are now in the front of the hotel. This is looking out to the front street. The door you came in is back here behind me. Pearl was a lady, she was in her early to mid 50s, and this was in the early to mid 1960s. She led a terrible life. Her husband was a complete a-hole. Everybody in town, from the police on down, hated this guy. Why she married him, we don't really know. But anyway, Pearl suffered a lot of physical and mental abuse at the hands of her husband. And mid-60s, one day she just couldn't take it anymore. She bought herself a pretty blue dress, packed up a little overnight bag, and she came here to the hotel and she checked in. When she did, this was her room. Pearl came up here, she put on her pretty new dress, and then she started taking all the pills and everything that she had in that overnight bag of hers. Because of people that we've had during communications we've had up here, we do honestly believe that Pearl regretted what she did, but by the time she did, it was too late. You know, she ingested too much and she died. I asked you to move. I don't know if it's for real, but everybody's saying this is where her bed was. So out of respect, I just pulled you over a little bit. Again, I cannot stay up here for very long just because it's very sad for me, the life that this poor woman led. And one good thing I will say, Pearl is the Jasmine lady. Troy Taylor was talking to one of her relations, a long nephew. I don't know how much separation there is, but he talked about going to Aunt Pearl's house. And they were just talking, and he says, yeah, but every time you left Aunt Pearl's house, you immediately had to go home and shower or take a bath because you just reeked of that stinky jasmine perfume that she used to wear all the time. Pearl is the jasmine lady. To us, that's very exciting after all these years finding out who she was. She is here. She is here mostly in this area. She is experienced throughout the hotel. It was back in February that unfortunately her husband, I don't know how he did this, he came, no connection with the hotel, he came back here and got in a big fight with her, and it was down in the pool. And we actually got voices recorded and all kinds of stuff. So it was pretty crazy. There was such a heavy negativity at that point. You are free to come up here again and talk to Pearl. I gotta get this. Just watch where you step. When you guys come out, this is a new section you can go to.
I'm gonna go this way, Mike.
You can go down this hallway.
The old narrow.
Yeah, this is the Pearl's room. I know. Okay. Stop right in front of me. I feel like I'm running into a Ninja Turtle.
I was trying to look in there too.
Why?
Did you hear that guy?
Why?
On the floor, he's like, you're gonna make people mad if you use the lights during all this tonight. Could you hear him up? Because it messes up infrared. They said if they're using infrared, it messes infrared up. I told him I'm not using my lighting.
Yeah. I paid for it.
You guys leave, I brought fresh clothes. I can't ride home in wet clothes. Gotta draw the line there somewhere. We're now at the other end, we're towards the back of the hotel. There's another door further down if anybody needs to come in that way. But this is called the gangster room. They don't know for sure. We know there were different gangsters in the 30s and 40s that did frequent this place. And this was the general area that it was believed that they came to, especially down in this area. We have picked up voices, a lot of men's voices, some of them very crude to the ladies, so be prepared for anything you might get. We've been here just talking like this. There was a gentleman 2 weeks ago, this is what he does, like what I do. I mean, he investigates and stuff. And he was out in the hallway and he heard, hey, come here. And he went in that back room, thought it was his girlfriend, and she was standing here next to me. He realized he was in that room all by himself. Voices can be mimicked. Dark shadows are seen down here quite often. I don't see them that often. I just don't like coming down here. And for this reason, I won't be back up here tonight unless something really super bad happens. Last year, at the end of June, I had some people from Cedar Rapids, Iowa over here, a couple of them, and they had rented the whole place. So all but 5 of their people bailed out, so it's only 3 of them, Steve and myself. So we're up here and I'm telling them about the place and they're over here and I could feel the room start to change. And we always say if it feels bad, get the hell out. Because I almost got killed 10 years ago for this. So I pay more attention now. I could feel the room starting to change and I said, okay, hey guys, let's go downstairs and get our toys and decide what we want to do. And just then something hit me in the side. It hurt so bad it dropped me down. Steve, bless you, Steve goes, dude, what's the matter? And I got up and I got as far as you and I tried to stop it. It felt like 3 talons, 2 up and 1 down, digging into my flesh, into my side. It burned, it hurt. And every time I tried to stop, it got worse, like it was shoving me towards the door.
Yeah.
It didn't let go until I got down to the main level where we started. And there was a table, the table I had told the guys about earlier in one of our stories. There was a table there and I collapsed over the table. Steve's right behind me.